Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to try a few makeup products from XO Beauty, which is founded by XO. So I have this highlighting powder which comes in this really cute packaging, and this one is called Radiant Glow Highlighter, and this is what it looks like. Packaging is quite bulky, but it looks pretty nice as I display. And I got the shade Lucent, which is more of a champagne gold highlight. It doesn't appear to be too shimmery. For the most part, it kind of looks more of like a golden champagne sheen as opposed to having a somewhat metallic makeup. You have the shade name as well as a decent size mirror. Couple items are the lip products, which I think she is known for. So I got a lipstick in the shade Limerence, and this is what it looks like. The lipstick looks pretty good. It's on a silver packaging. You have the name over there, and when you open it, it has the XO logo as well as the tip of the lipstick, and this is what Limerence look like. Now that it's coming into spring in New Zealand, this would be a great summer shade. It's very different, it's very vibrant. It's more of like a red-orange lipstick. It kind of reminds me of the MAC lipstick called Orange. This smells like a vanilla cake batter. Another lipstick I have is this one called Deja, and this is just like a nice everyday nude lipstick. Again, you have the shade name and the logo. When you open it, this is what it looks like, and this is my type of nude. If I were to choose like a shade of nude, a more of like a peachy brownie nude as opposed to more of a pinky shade. It has a clasp closure, if you heard that. So that means that you can securely close the lid without having the lipstick pop off or like the lid coming off. And then I have a lip pencil called Marie, which is my nickname, and this is a nice nude shade that goes well with the shade Deja Vu. So this is what it looks like. Again, you have the shade name right there, and it's funny that the actual spelling of Marie is the same as my nickname or the name that I go by, and this is what it looks like. I feel like it could be a creamy consistency. And I also purchased a eyeshadow brush, which is this one right here, and this is the Slim Crease brush, and this is her newer brush. I actually have got her old individual eye brushes that I purchased when she first came out with her makeup slash brush line. So I have this one right here, and this one has got the old logo and stuff, and this is her new logo. So the eye brushes before is a little bit longer. I find that I actually quite like the length of this because I could easily just blend eyeshadows if I don't want it to be intensely blended, or like if I just want a wash of color. Her new brushes are quite short, not that it really bothers me, but I love the fact that she came out with this slim blending crease brush, which is great if you have more of a hooded eye. Another brush that I already own, which was from her old brush collection, is this one right here. It's a tapered crease brush. I have been using these two on and off whenever I do makeup tutorials and stuff, so I'm excited to actually put this one to the test because I have more of like a hooded eye, so this will be perfect if I want like a detailed crease work. I have the Shannon BH Cosmetic palette, which I actually quite like. I use this more so on a everyday wear. Usually there's 3 shades right here on the top. I use this Island Glow mainly as my highlighter as well, and sometimes I would use Bestie as my blush, which works out pretty good. And then I have this other side as well. Honestly, like, I could not hit pan on this considering of the amount of product that you have, which is a bargain. The last product that I have here is one of our newer product, and this one is the matte liquid lipstick, and this one is in the shade Summit. Again, another nude. If you guys could see, the packaging of this liquid lipstick is different because this one is more of a newer packaging, whereas this one is her kind of old packaging. But then again, it's still cohesive. It's very Shannon because of that girly polka dot pattern. So this is what Summit looks like. So here are the swatches of the product. So I have the Marie lip pencil, which comes off as a dusty rose shade, and I then have the Deja Vu lipstick, which is a matte lipstick, and then I have the liquid lipstick, which is called Summit, and then the last product is this one right here called Limerence. And if you have a medium dark to deep skin tone, this kind of red would be perfect. And the last one is the highlighter. As you can see, it looks so pretty. It's very smooth to the touch. It kind of reminds me of the Hourglass ambient lighting powder, which if you have dry skin, this kind of powder would be great if you want to set your whole face. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here called Need You as my transition shade, and I'm just going to use the eyeshadow blender brush. I believe that her brushes from the old packaging or old handles and the new ones are somewhat similar. The only difference is that she improved the quality of the brushes as well as the handles, and they're all made in Italy. So I am going to use the slim crease brush and actually deepen my crease a little bit. So I think I am going to go and use this shade right here called Vampette because I want it to be a little bit warm. Again, I'm going to go and use that here and go up in the crease. I kind of like this brush because it really hugs my crease, so if I want to blend, I can just go like this and easily blend it up without going past the crease. So I'm going to focus that shade underneath my crease. And actually that worked pretty good. Like, I've never had my crease this defined before. So I actually quite like this brush. Again, the quality of her brushes are amazing. So I'm just gonna go back to that crease, I mean the blender brush, and blend everything. I don't want it to be too smoky. I just want like a wash of color. I have her flat top foundation brush, and I pretty much use that for every day when I apply my foundation. And I also love supporting a local business owner. So I'm going to go over with this clean brush right here just to blend everything. And this is her tapered crease brush. For the shimmer shade, I am going to go and use this shade right here called Glow Baby, which is sort of like a pinky shade that will go well with our look. I know Shannon also sells false lashes on her website, but I used to have the Wanderlust false lashes, but I could not find it anywhere, so we'll just skip that. So I'm just gonna quickly dip into this XO Beauty highlight. Ooh. That's very glowy. It doesn't emphasize my textures. It doesn't look shimmery at all. And the tone is actually not too ashy against my skin tone. And it gives my face a more radiant look, which I'm more into as opposed to like a intense wet look. It's funny because I have oily skin, and usually if you're oily skin, you're more prone into avoiding highlighter, but not me. I personally love to glow, and I love this highlighter. Now what I'm going to do is to actually put a little bit on my inner corner and my brow bone. Now we are going to jump into trying the lip products. So the first one that I have is this lip pencil right here, and I'm just gonna line my lips, and this one is in the shade Marie. Ooh, this is very creamy. It doesn't smell like anything, and it looks like my lips but better. And I am going to put on Deja Vu, which is a matte lipstick, on top of the lip liner. So this is what Deja Vu and Marie looks like on my lip. I actually quite like the shade Deja Vu. It appeared to be a little bit more lighter than what it is from the tube. Doesn't feel very uncomfortable, like you could still rub your lips together, because some matte lipsticks can get into your fine lines, and also they kind of have that rough texture, whereas this one, it's actually quite opaque, though I find that it did tug my lips a little bit, but for the most part it's quite creamy. It's matte. I like it. It doesn't really settle into my fine lines, which I'm actually into. So this is what Deja Vu looks like. I'm going to try and apply the liquid lipstick by itself because of the doe foot applicator. It has the divot in there which deposits product, so you don't have to constantly go in and out of the tube in applying product. It kind of washes me off a little bit because the tone is quite light against my skin tone because I'm quite tan at the moment, and also it looked a little bit patchy. It could be just the tone of the lipstick, but this is a matte liquid lipstick. I'll see if I could actually fix this with the lip liner. So I kind of went over it with a lip liner and it darken it a little bit, but it's still kind of washing me out. You need to really prep your lips before applying this line because it immediately settled into fine lines. Like, I much prefer this Deja Vu because it has more of that browny peachy nude, whereas this one is straight up pink on my skin tone, so not really a fan of that. And also, like, my lips is very dry. So this is what Summit looks like. One good thing that I find about the liquid lipstick is that once it dries, it won't budge. Like, I had trouble getting the shade off my lips. Like, it did stick on there for a good while, and I didn't even leave it on for more than 10 minutes. This would be a good long wearing lipstick, especially if you're one who's not really into touching up. So I think if I were to purchase maybe a darker shade or another somewhat nuder shade, a little bit deeper than this, it would work totally fine. Last but not the least, we are going to try Limerence, and oh my god, I'm excited to try this shade. It's very, very bright, and I feel like it will go totally great with the makeup that I'm wearing at the moment. So vibrant. Like, I could imagine you, if you have the same skin tone as I do, like, just wear a very, very light glowy makeup, no lashes, no eyeshadow or anything like that, and just pop this shade on the lips, and this will be a great summer makeup. And yeah, it's so pretty. It's very opaque. Again, my lips weren't prepped properly, but I feel like if you have like a moisturized lips and then you apply this on top, this will glide on smoothly. The formula is matte once again, which I actually quite like when it comes to bullet lipstick. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. Like, even though it's matte, you could still like move your lips together, and it doesn't really have like a intense tug on the lips. I actually highly recommend for you to try out the bullet lipsticks. Personally, they are one of the good lipsticks out there, and they're actually quite affordable. The highlighter I also recommend because it's not one of those highlighter where it can actually make you look very glittery and shimmery. It has a nice sheen to the skin. It's very smooth. It doesn't accentuate pores or textures on the skin. The lip pencil is great too. It's very creamy. It's opaque. It glides on the lips, and I have really nothing bad to say about this. The slim crease brush is actually very, very good. Like, I don't know what took me this long to actually purchase this kind of brush. This kind of brush is great for smudging colors on your lower lash line. It's also great for doing like detailed work, especially on the crease. If you have like small lid space like I do, this is a good eyeshadow brush. And I've seen Nikki tutorials use like a brush like this to blend out her eyeshadow. So I'm actually quite pleased that XO Beauty carries this kind of brush. Her other brushes are great, so I actually personally have not tried the updated version of her brushes, but her old brushes still works and it performs just as good. Oh my gosh, her Remix palette with BH Cosmetics, if this is still available, please get your hands on it, because honestly, you could use this as a eyes and face palette, especially for traveling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just me trying out a bunch of Shannon's makeup products. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!